Alright, so just going to give you guys a taste of the water system I installed. So it's completed. It comes up from the floor where the power is coming. It goes up behind the AP100, and then there are 7 valves, 6 actually I believe. Each one has a 1/2 inch line and a 1/2 inch hose on it. Um, so it allows me to reach all the tanks as I go. I did already top off most of them. I did actually leave these 2 low so I can show you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in my, this is my safe, the Seachem product I use as my dechlorinator. Best stuff I've ever used. These are actually feeder fish, in case anyone's wondering why a cichlid guy is keeping goldfish. So basically, on cover there, basically the line runs into the tank, and then I turn the valve on and the water comes out. It's pretty basic, and I can control the amount of water that comes out. I can keep it pretty slow, just a trickle, or I can crank it up and I get full-blown water. Now the temperature right now, it was like 90 degrees today, so fortunately the water temperature coming out of the faucet, because this is just hooked to a garden hose. I'll show you guys here in a moment since I'm done topping these off. But it's just a garden hose that runs from the spigot on the side of the house. So they don't, I mean, the temperature is coming out pretty much the same as the tank temperatures right now, which unfortunately is relatively low. A lot of my tanks are actually sitting at about 73 degrees. Not necessarily a good thing, but it's where it's at. The propane heater is working, but I mean, even with it, it's currently, it's 82 degrees in here right now, and the tanks just are not warming up. Now I know why. I have this fan running due to the propane heater running. So that way the heat doesn't go up to the roof. It actually pushes straight back. Now it keeps the ambient air relatively warm, but the problem I'm running into is this air movement is keeping the tanks pretty cool. So I'm going to work on some sort of concept for that to try to avoid this. Granted, cold weather is actually almost over, so we don't have much more to worry about in that regard. The propane heater will be put into storage here soon, or at least off to the side. But I'm going to show you guys the outside. I did go ahead and top that off. Right now the water is just open outside and on. So I'll show you guys the outside there. Alright, so just showing you guys the outside. The line runs underneath the floor, like I was saying. Just goes straight down. It elbows out. I am putting a skirt on the shed here on the outside, so this is actually away from the edge, so that I can put that skirt on. And then it just runs to a garden hose. Now that hose is a no kink hose. They had them on sale. So far it hasn't kinked, but you know, I've only used it once. So just for a top off, all their water was 100% new as of last week. So I'm not doing the water changes for about another week right now. I'm just did the top offs. I'm getting some massive evaporation as it is, so certainly helped to just top it off for now. But probably the next couple days I'll get into there and do the water changes. I did actually hook up the drain. I can show that to you guys. So the drain is actually right there. Just popped a hole in the floor. I did put it between the 10 gallons. It does come out a little bit, so it's a shin knocker if you're not paying attention, but don't usually have a ton of people in here that aren't paying attention. Now what happens is that goes underneath. Excuse the mess, it is a little chaotic here right now. I still got all the shingles from re-roofing the shed out here, so it's literally everywhere. But the line comes out from underneath the shed, and I have this fire pit sewage drain I'm going to be cutting, so that was in the way. None of this is glued actually right now, so it does run through the wall. And then on the other side of the wall, it goes over and over to there. And there's actually a river rock drain that goes out to the street. My site actually doesn't have it. I talked to the neighbor, he's fine with it. I'm actually going to dig a trench here to put this underground, also to help with the downgrade with the water flow. That way I don't have any actually sitting in the line, or very minimal sitting in the line, as much as possible. The end is actually capped with my own DIY strainer caps. It's just a 1-inch PVC cap with a bunch of holes drilled into it. The water can come out, but the only creatures that can really go inside it are relatively small, like bugs, and they get washed out anyways. I may be actually looking to put since my pump that I'll be using as of right now until I figure out a way to do the water change drain, the pump I'm using is the same one I've been using, is 1,000 gallon per hour submersible hooked up to a 1-inch hose. That's going to drop into this line. I may try to set that up with a barbed connection. So I pop the hose on it, that way I actually get a push pressure that actually forces the water out, so I don't have any backflow. As it stands right now, and the way it was in my garage, is that when you turn on the pump, the water kind of backlogs and splashes out a little bit, so it may help avoid that. So, but yeah, that's the new update for the water and drain. I'll keep you guys updated with some more changes as we go.